What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Icon Got You, aka the voice of the casual, aka Mr. Leather on Butt. I'm back, man. Yo, man. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, I know everybody knows that the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics are going to be in the NBA Finals playing each other. So, here's something that I feel like nobody's talking about. And I said, you know what? Why not talk about it? So when I look at this matchup, I think, wow, Dallas versus Celtics. Who saw it coming? I personally didn't. I didn't see Minnesota beating Denver. I thought Denver was gonna be there, not Dallas. I thought Denver. So that was where I guess I say, yeah, I didn't see it coming at all. The Boston Celtics, I expected to be there. I said it was either going to be New York or Boston. That was my two picks. I said between New York or Boston. Ended up New York. We ended up getting hurt. That's a story for a different day, though. So overall, more of my point that I was trying to make is that when you look at this series, I don't feel like people look at how important this series is to basketball. One, it's important from the standpoint of who is about to be the new face of the league. Like, who, for real? Because if you really think about it, LeBron, he's on his way out. Steph Curry got a couple more years left. And we could go on the list of all the potential superstars that could have been the face of the league, but they're not here now. So now who are we left with? Jason Tatum, Luka Doncic. So now they have been trying to pass the torch to Jason Tatum for some time now. Jason Tatum has fallen short, though, in a lot of these situations. I also think if Boston is to lose this championship right now, they are to lose this, I would not be surprised if Boston got off of Jason Tatum. I'm just saying, do not be surprised if Boston, I'm just, call it a hot take, people could call me crazy, people could say whatever they want. This is my personal opinion. I'm saying, do not be surprised if Boston gets rid of Jason Tatum. Or one of them. Somebody's going to have to go. They're going to break this up. If they don't win this year, they're going to break this up. Also, what does it mean for Luka? This is the beginning of a legacy builder. So now if Luka goes in there and gets a chip, like, this is the beginning of a legacy builder. Because now we're going to talk about and I have a running theory that as great as LeBron is, I believe that they're trying to make a player right now. Even and this is, and not let me not say it like this. Let me phrase this differently. I believe that when history is all said and done, they're not gonna look at LeBron as the greatest player of all time. Even though stats will show, scoring, leading the league in scoring, all these different accolades, finals, he got 3 chips, all this different stuff. They are not gonna call LeBron the GOAT. And it is sad to say to like all the LeBron fans, like, he will not be looked at as the GOAT. Now, if Luka goes into this finals, and imagine if Luka brings off like 4 chips, I guarantee you they have a discussion if Luka was better than LeBron. This is a discussion now, and I think Gilbert Arenas described it best. I don't agree with all of the shit that Gilbert Arenas says, but it was something that Gil said that I thought was really interesting. And it was when he was explaining how when you're on the race for the number 1 and the number 2, once you stop playing, you're out the race. Like, that's it. Like, you are where you are, and then if somebody passes you or somebody's behind you, like, they're not talked about. Whoever's in 3rd place, you're not talked about. It's only about 1st and 2nd. So Jordan finished 1st. Now LeBron is 2nd. So LeBron is still able to make that case for the 1st because he's still playing actively. Once LeBron hangs up that coat, once he hangs up his hat and says, I'm done. Once he hangs up the shoes, whichever metaphor you want to give to this, I'm just saying, once he hangs it up, it's going to be a point where now if LeBron in people's eyes finished at number 2, he's going to stay at number 2. And then on top of that, if they have Jordan at 1, he's staying at 1, and they're both out the race. They can't keep competing if they're not playing anymore. Luka's still playing. Now, when we look at this also, we look at if Kyrie gets a chip with the Mavericks now, the whole public perception on him has changed. We're gonna have to really revisit the discussion of, is Kyrie a top 5 point guard of all time? And and then also they're gonna start to question, and I guarantee you they use, if Kyrie gets this chip without LeBron, somehow, some way, they use this against his legacy to say he won a chip without you. Like when Kobe said the infamous line, got one more than Shaq. Just saying, we've seen it before. History is repeating itself. Same situation, just different circumstances. That's all. And literally, if history repeats itself the way we do, the other thing, Jason Kidd. I don't think enough people are talking about Jason Kidd. That's the other thing. Could you imagine if Jason Kidd were to win? Because remember, he won a chip back when he beat LeBron. And everything. And he won that chip with the Mavericks. Now imagine if he came back, starts coaching the Mavericks to win another chip. Do you guys realize that, like, to win twice with the organization, once as a player and as a coach? Has that been done before? I'm just asking. Like, I'm asking because now I'm gonna have to probably go look this up. Has that been done before? To win with, I'm talking about with the same organization that you won with. Because I know Steve Kerr did it. Steve Kerr won as a player and then won as a coach. Like, you know what I mean? That's not what I mean. I'm more saying with the same team that you won that chip with as a player. Has a player ever became a coach and then won as a coach with the same team he won a championship on? I don't think it has been done. So just to see that there's a lot of history that could be made. And then on top of that, this is going to be somebody's first championship. Regardless, somebody's going to be getting their first ring in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference. And then that is where the league is going to look to put the face of the league. Because if we're being on, like I was saying before earlier, if we're being honest, our superstars don't have many years left. Think of any superstar you want, from the Kawhis, the KDs, the Stephs, the Clays, the Draymond. Like I said Draymond, like he's all-star. I'm bugging. But he's a champion still. Like, regardless of more, y'all get my point. We are witnessing the exit of an era and the transition of a new era. It is now the young boys era, like, and it's so crazy. Like, I'm not like old or nothing. I know I'm not the oldest, you feel me? But it's just more, we're really starting to witness the end of an era. Like, I've watched LeBron play since he first came into the league. I've watched LeBron. I've watched his whole career for 20 years. I've never realized it until I've literally watched LeBron. I watched LeBron's career, the whole career. So far, if you think 20 years back, I'm like, damn, I was but a jit. I'm just saying, for me to see this man leave and now transition into the new NBA, the new style of seeing the Steph Curry era and seeing KD with his moment, the James Harden era. We saw a lot of great basketball, a lot. But now it's time to transition in the new basketball. It's time to transition in the newcomers. It's time to transition in the new school, as they would call it, like Anthony Edwards, the JTs, the Lucas, and who's gonna take the chip from the new school. That's really what it is for the league right now. And I mean, y'all just let me know, what are y'all thoughts on this? Like, for real. It's just, and then on top of that, there's one other thing I wanted to say, because I don't think enough people talk about this. There's 3 people on Dallas that people don't give enough credit to. And that is, actually, it's like 4, bruh. When you look, that's 2 more things. I almost forgot 2 more things. Yo, with Boston, there's 2. One, first I'm going to go over the part with Dallas. Yo, look at how a trade can save a season, bro. One trade, they traded for Daniel Gafford and the PJ Washington, and then to pick up that Derrick Jones Jr. and also to get Dante Exum in the way that they did. all I'm saying. And then nobody thought that Dallas was gonna be in this situation because I forget who got hurt. Was it like Max Kleber or something? He went down on some crazy shit. Like he had went down. I remember he was hurt, and they were gonna be real undermanned. And Derek Lively stepped up. Daniel Gafford stepped up. They stepped up. Like anybody could say whatever they want. They stepped up. They played good. Like I'm just saying, there's that. Just to think like Dante Exum, I don't even think was in the league. Just saying. Then to think with Dallas, I mean not Dallas, with Boston, why this is even another implication of why they might really move on from this core bunch if they lose. Think about this. Boston got a super team right now. They had a cakewalk to the finals. If we're being honest, it was a cakewalk. And on top of that, they got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White Jr., Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis. I'm just saying, that is a stacked ass roster. Stacked. Imagine if they lose. And then and here's the last hot take I'm gonna give before I end this video. This is the last one, and then I'm out of here. Yo, here's my last one. Yo, I'm just gonna say this. I personally think that Dallas is about to beat these dudes. Like beat the bricks off of these niggas. Like dead ass. I think they about to type shit on them. I'm talking about leather on butt treatment. Straight belt to ass. Like really, I really think Dallas is going to win the series convincingly. I think Dallas in 5. I know people are gonna call me crazy. I think Dallas in 5. If they are in a close game with the Celtics, all 5 of these games, these first 5 games, I think that Dallas could squeeze 4 of them out easily. I see that if the Celtics win these games, the Celtics are going to have to blow them out the water. Like, literally, blow them out the water. Beat the bricks off them early. Because you cannot be in a close game with this team. I'm saying it now. If they're ever in a close game with this team, I guarantee the Celtics lose that game 9 times out of 10. And that's my prediction. That's my guess. We will come back and y'all will be able to tell me, see, look, you didn't know what you were talking about, or damn, you was right. Other than that, man, you already know it's your boy Icon Got You, aka the voice of the casual, aka Mr. Leather on Butt. And like I always be trying to tell y'all, man, always be you and never be afraid to reinvent yourself. And I'm out.
Oh, Con, you the best.